Hold on a moment. Okay. Okay, hold on just a moment. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Complications, complications. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Oh, no. I tell you what, technology is so crazy. And I'm trying to watch 2 screens at once. And my there's about a 7-second delay here, and so it's kind of weird. But anyway, so I am so excited. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for today, and I was trying to edit some videos yesterday, and it was some old ATC cards, and I was like, why don't we do some ATC cards for fall? And so I appreciate all of you who have already downloaded and printed. Well, I don't know if you printed them or not because I'm not at your house, but you downloaded the free stickers or free cardstock, however, whatever you want to do. I've already cut some of mine out because I didn't want it to take, a million years to do all of this. And so what I am starting with, let me just do this. This is not bright enough. Hold on a moment. Let me see if I can lift this up without. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I don't think I can do that. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I think it's about as best as I'm going to get it. But let me start, and let me introduce myself. My name is Carol Adams with Carol Adams Creations. And like I said, today we're going to do some ATC cards. But what I wanted to do, I want to do several because I want to send several out. And so the easiest way that I know how to do that is I take a sheet of watercolor paper. Now, I have no idea how big this is. Maybe 11 by 16. Let me measure. Let's see. We have 12. So that's 16 by 12, or almost 12. So 16 by 12. So this is what I'm going to start with. I have pulled out just some book paper, some music notes here, and then I have paint. And if you have already downloaded the sticker sheet, you will find that there are a bunch of circles. They're 1-inch circles that you can punch out. Let me see if I can put them here. And so what I did, I punched out my circles, and then I picked out paints that match my circles. So then that way I know that these paints are going to match my my ephemera, my little cutouts that I have. So we are going to start gluing. Oh, and then I also pulled some scrapbook paper that I have. Don't know if I'll use it or not. And then I also had this little simple stories little kit that I used for another project, and I might possibly use some of that. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll just wait till we get started and wait till we get a little bit of this glued down. Then we're going to add some paint and then do some stamping and a little stenciling. We're going to let it dry, and then we are going to get busy making ATCs. If you have never made ATC cards, they are so much fun because, they're just like little bitty tiny works of art. And that's why I like doing them. And, then when I'm finished, I don't feel like I've wasted anything. And if it looks pretty good, I'll send it out to somebody. Because, you know, sometimes things look good and, so, you know, sometimes I kind of question. So I'm just going to glue all of this on randomly because it won't matter, because I am going to cut all of this up. Actually, I meant to get a playing card before I sat down, and of course I forgot. So in a minute, I'm going to have to get up and pick up a playing card because I can't remember if it's exactly 2 by 3 or, hey Peggy, hey Luann, how are y'all? Good to have you aboard. And if y'all want an ATC card, send me a message, or send me an email at caroladamscreations@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to add you to a list and send you a card. So like I said, I'm just going to randomly put some paper. This is just going to give all of my my cards like some dimensions so that I don't have to worry about doing them all individually. Let me get just a little bit more. And the nice thing about this is you don't have to remember where it's supposed to go. When I'm doing something big, you know, I try to get so perfect and everything else, and then when I start trying to glue everything down, it's like, where did this go? I don't know if anybody else has that trouble, but I do. I'm not going to cover the whole thing. Otherwise, we might be here for a while. I'm just going to kind of spread this out a little bit. Maybe put that right there and put that one on top. There, 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 and there. And I am just using some matte medium. And I noticed if you have a Michael's near you, I went to Michael's yesterday, and they actually have, oops, that's not good. They actually have this bottle, and I didn't even check the price because I knew I had some, and I didn't want to check the price because I was afraid I'd buy some. It's buy one, get one half off, which is a great, great deal. So if you're interested in getting some of this matte medium, and then they also had gesso and just all kinds of things. At least they did at my store. So I'm just going to make sure that all of this is on. Oh, you're so welcome. I like sharing. Otherwise, I've got this whole folder of cards, and I'm like, I need to do something with all of these. When I get through off the live, I will put my email address into the description so that you can definitely, I would love to share. I mean, that's the most fun. And I don't know if anybody's like me, but I like getting mail. You know, I don't like getting junk mail or bills, but, you know, I like getting fun stuff. We don't really do that much anymore. Let's see. I'm just going to put that right there because it's there. And like I said, this is just a really quick and easy way. Dog hair. There's always a dog hair. Let me move this over. All right. Almost done. Then we're going to dry it real quick. And then, like I said, I got to go get a regular playing card when it gets time. I just thought this would be a little bit different than using a regular playing card, just to kind of give you a little bit different of an idea of how to do this. Let me do a couple of more, then we're going to dry it. Oops, it's upside down. I want this side. Not that it really matters. And I think that's enough. And I'm going to just put those scraps away. And if you don't mind, I need to get some water in here because I forgot to get water to clean my paintbrush. Let's see if there's any in here. I agree, Luann. I find it easier if you know, you just get out a limited palette. It makes it a little bit easier, but it's just so hard because it's like, I want to add more. I want to do more. Hey, Ruth, how are you doing? So I'm so excited. I finally figured out how to do the chat on YouTube. And I was about ready to go live, and I gotcha. I got ready to go live, and it said not connected, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. And so it was like, this has to work. Get it just a little bit more dry. Excuse me. Come on. It makes it a lot easier, but like I said, it is hard. It's hard to decide. I know when I did the September scripture challenge, I picked white, green, and yellow. Now, I may have done a little bit, you know, a light yellow, a dark yellow, or a dark green, or a light green. And it just made it so much easier to put together that little scripture book that I did. And so, anyway, this is going to be kind of quick and easy, because all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a credit card, and I am just going to take some of this paint and kind of dab it on there. And then I'm just going to pull down, trying to decide if I want to add another color. And you don't have to use all the colors. You could just use some of them. So on one side, I might do some orange. And then on this other side, I might do some green. And then I can always add other colors with the stencils. This is kind of weird green. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cream. And like I said, you don't have to have the whole thing covered. We just want to get what we can. So I'm just going to take my credit card, and I'm just going to kind of get a little bit of that from up here. And then I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to pull down. And it doesn't take as much as you think it's going to, because this is a lot more than I need. And then I'm going to just take it, and I'm just going to go the other way. So we can still see the words that are underneath there if you want them to get, ooh, I like that green right there. Ooh, that's pretty. May have to add some of that over here. That's pretty. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's see. We add just a little bit of this blue. See what we do here. Oh, that's pretty too. This way it makes some of them a little different than the other. You can just go to town. You can do what all you want to do. And I'm going to stop right there before I get crazy and before I start making mud. Get all of that off of there, and I'll probably put my arm in it. That's a pretty color too. And the great thing, if you use underpaper, I get a big roll from IKEA. That's actually supposed to be, I think, to go on their kids' plaything or something, and I get that, and then I put it on my desk, and everything that I do, I you know, like if I have extra paint, I just empty my paintbrush or just whatever and put that on there. Get a little bit of that paint off. And then this makes great, you know, like either scrapbooking paper or something like that. Not scrapbooking paper, but, you know, art journal, you know, those kinds of things. Get this good and dry. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of stencils. I think I'm going to use the brown. And then I'll add just a little bit of stamp. Not too much. And the nice thing, if you want to get it drier a little bit quicker, hold on, pardon my reach. Let me get a paper towel. You can just take a paper towel and then just dab some of that paint off. There's always a way to make it quicker. So here we go. Just put that away. And now I'm going to add a little bit of stamp. I have, this is a stencil that I cut out on my Cricut. And it is just cardstock. But because I've used it so much, it's got stiffer because I didn't try to wipe it off or wipe any of the paint off. So it's got stiffer. And it really makes it a great stencil. So I'm going to try this brown. And I like to just use a little makeup brush. A little makeup sponge. And I just, you know, just dab it in, dab some of it off because I don't want much. And I'm just going to put them in random places. See, not very much. And I'm not even covering the whole stencil. I'm just doing little pieces. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Let me do a little bit up here. All right. Oh, wow. I like that. Some of you are probably going, she is a crazy woman. Well, that I am. I'm going to do a little bit of yellow. This is real thin yellow. And I'm just going to do a little bit of these circles. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, I'm going to do cream instead of the yellow. Just to add kind of a little bit of brightness to this. I don't want that one. Oh, yeah. Great way to do a mixed media page. If any of you are into mixed media. Let's see, where else do I need some? All right. And I think I'm going to stop there. And I'm not going to do my stamping till I get all my cards cut out. And then I can figure out exactly where I want my stamping to go. So if you'll bear with me a moment, I've got to go get a card. I do know where they are, so it shouldn't take me a minute. Take me but a minute. Okay. I'll use one of my Bob Ross cards. I just love these cards. You really can learn to be creative as you paint. It's like anything else. It just takes a little practice. I just love these little cards. I just think they're so cute. All right, they're 2.5 by 3.5. So what we're going to do here, let me just go, let me just cut it this way. I think I can get it through my trimmer. I'm going to cut this part off since I didn't get to the edge. I think I need a new blade. Right, so we want 2.5 right there. Make sure that's at 2.5 and we're straight. Okay. Go to 2.5. I definitely need a new blade. Oh, come on, there we go. Oops, I'm hoping I can get one more. Close, close, close. At 2.5. Pretty close. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now let's see how many we can get going this way. I think I'm just going to use my scissors. Where's my card? Where's my card? Come here, Bob. Cut this off. Okay. Let me do 2 pieces. I think that one's good. And you could either round the corners if you wanted. You could leave them the way that they are. That's entirely up to you. There. So already, just with this one thing, I have 6 cards that I can just be creative with. Yes, it's cheap. I think, well, it's been a while since I bought, because I think I had like 2 rows of the IKEA paper. And I still have it, but it was only like $6.99, or, you know, real cheap for a long roll. And it's about, no, it's about probably 24 inches. I have a, you know, one of those self-healing large mats. It fits right on top of wraps because you can use them for something else. Okay, I've got, so that was 6, so now I've got 12. So I am going to be able to do 18 cards. You can do some of them alike. You could do some of them, you could do all of them different. It just really is up to you. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put all that away, and we're just going to do a couple of cards. We're going to just kind of, you know, get our creative juices going and see where we go. I love this blue. I like the blue almost better than I do the orange and stuff. Oh, that one's really pretty. Okay. Excuse me. I don't think I'll get to all of these, but I'm going to lay them all out. And see, I don't know if you can see or not, but you can still see the paper. And that way you've already done all of that. You don't have to do it. It's just all done for you. And that just makes it so much easier. I'll put that one right there. All right. So I have already cut out some things, and I know I'm going to have to cut out some more. But I love this little thing of apples. And I think you might go right there. I have this little gal with the sunflowers on it. And I love this little fox. This little fox and the little, what do you call those? Hedgehogs. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, it's always something, isn't it? Let's see. Hopefully that might help. Don't know if it will. Oh gosh, that's so cute. Okay. So then I have some stamps. And then I have some words, and I've got some circles. We can use some of our paper here. So I think what I want to do here, and what I like to do is I like to just get all this out and then just kind of start putting stuff down and kind of hedgehog, thank you. Kind of sample it out, I guess you could say. So I've got that. I want the, I think I'm going to do this apples that's going down this way. So you have some words, you've got some stamps, kind of ephemera, and then you've got all kinds of other stuff that you can use. See, I just think that would look so cute right there with that. And I might do a little stamping. I might just leave it like that. I think that looks pretty good, just like that. I could add a fall leaf, I guess. I should have done an apple pie. That would have been good. Let's see, did I have a kind of a green leaf? Yes, I have this one right here. I tried to pick out leaves that wouldn't be too hard to cut out, but I don't think this is one of them. I do not. I am working on them. Luann, I spent like 2 hours editing some that I had done on Facebook, and it was awful. I just finally gave up. So I'm going to have to make some more. So that is my goal for next week, is to make some more. And I'm going to look through some of my old Facebook videos and see if I can find some. Because, you know, Facebook now deletes our videos after a month. And so, yeah. And then I've lost some, so that didn't make me happy. Okay, so see, I could do this like that up underneath there and do the apples right there. And I might add a little bit of cream to kind of tone that down, but we're going to work on that one. Okay, this little girl, I want this little stamp. Good night. Thanks for joining, Luann. Appreciate it. Okay, I have some lace. If on my desk I can find it. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. And then she is going to go right there. I want that right there. I had some other sunflowers, but I don't know that it's needed with everything else that is on there. So we just have that right there. I think he's so cute. I got to find something good for him. I got to find something good for him. Let's see here. Let me just tear this. Oh, I forgot I have scrapbook paper. I can use some of that. Okay. Put him right there. Oh, I'm not using that right now. Okay, we're going to start with that. We've got that. We've got that one. I wanted to do the Scarecrow because I wanted to show you how I was going to do the Scarecrow. See if I can find him. Okay. I want him to go just like that. And I'm just going to kind of cut this stuff out, just kind of on his sleeves, just a little bit, so it looks a little jagged. If I can get that cut out. Okay. Pulled it off. Don't know my own strength. I can glue it back together. That's no problem. Okay. And then I am going to leave these little twigs, but I am going to cut his bottom part of this hay or straw, whatever you want to call it, off. Because I may do the same thing to the sleeves. Okay, there we go. All right. I am going to actually take some of my book paper and I'm going to make my own little straw. Claudinella, is that how you pronounce your name? That is beautiful. I've never heard that before. I love that. Okay, so we're just gonna, I'm just gonna kind of cut a bunch. This way it'll just give it a little bit of three-dimensional look. You could also, if you have those herb cutters, I couldn't think of that word, you know, you can use it too. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my little bitty tiny pieces and I'm going to kind of crumple them up a little bit so that they're not so, I don't want them straight. And then we're going to glue these down. And I think what I want to do is I'm going to actually use this on here. And I want to get a little bit of this cream that's left over here. And I'm going to kind of lighten this up. There's nothing better than your finger. Come on. There we go. And that was way too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to kiss that together. And it's just kind of smush it on, kiss it together, and then pull it apart. And it also leaves great texture. That's wonderful. So we're going to kind of let this dry. And then let's get this finished. I'm going to do this one because this one's almost done. And it doesn't take very much at all. I'm going to use this. If you've never seen one of these, this is a great corner rounder because it has a small side and a large size and a medium size. I'm going to take that was not the one. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm losing my mind. But that's not what I wanted to do. I have a mess on my desk. A mess on my desk. I had a little thingy. It was right here. I have one here. Yep, there we go. I guess I put it up. Imagine that. I'm just going to distress the edges. You don't have to do this. I want him. I want my apples. Go. What else do we have on here? Oh, this, and I'm just going to do this. Be careful if you're using vintage paper because it does tear real easy. I can't see this little bitty tiny print. Thank you. Isabel. Oh, Brazil. Wow. Oh, wonderful. That is great. Hey, Carmen. Thank you all so much for joining me. That just makes me happy. I'm going to have a good Friday night. So like I said, in the time span of 40 minutes, we've cut out 18 ATC cards. Oh, and I forgot to do the edges of this card, but that's okay. I'm going to put apples right there. I actually meant to put that up underneath there. Okay, there we go. Scoot that over some. There we go. Let me get some little bit of this going. The only thing I forgot to get besides getting the card to begin with. Hey, Simone. Oh, awesome. I have some sticker backs on my website, caroladamscreations.com, and it's $1. And you can print 9 your own stickers, and then you can print as many as you want. I would like that to be a little stronger. But there's our first one. Just quick and easy. Oh, goodness, excuse me. My nose is starting to run. Oh, so sorry. Okay, let's get this little fox. I got to get some cute little saying for this fox, and I don't know what to say. Foxy lady or something. I'm going to have to see what I've got. Because I just think he is so cute. Now, I actually have, and I've never used it. Let's see, what have I got here? I don't want that one. I have some yellow mica stain. I know I want it for this one, so I'm going to do both of these. I need to move my Scarecrow. We need to get to my Scarecrow. You shake these up really good. This is Distress Mica Stain. I think there's a ball in it. There it is. They actually sell, I don't know, Vanessa, how are you? And Daniela, Rita. They actually sell, I don't know if you've seen that, this is crazy to me. They actually sell a little machine, Ranger Ink does, that does this. Now, is that not crazy? It's like, I can do that. You know, the things that, and if you have one, that's awesome. Because I know some people can't do this. Hi, Margaret. Oh, yeah. This will just make it really, really kind of shimmer. It's a little more than I wanted, but that's okay. Because we can always take it off. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know. It just kind of gives it a shimmer look. I don't know if you can see that or not. Shimmer. And then you can also take it and you can take it out of here. It will get all over you. And then just do this. It'll just give you some little splatters. And that's fun too. So let's get this wolf started. And then I'm going to have to ponder what I want it to say. Because I don't know. Anybody have any idea of what my fox one should say? Who let the... No, that's the dogs. Never mind. All right. So I'm just going to glue this down. I'm going to glue my fox down. She'd look real cute with a little bow. That I might have to do that. Let's see. All right. Let me glue this. Where'd my glue stick go? Golly. Got a crazy desk. All right. So that one's going to go there. Do my little fox. I just love her. And then I'm going to get some saying or something. And I might add a charm at the top just to kind of give it a little bit of some dimension. So we have 2 cards already. We have these 2, and I'm going to put something on this one. Okay, let's get to the Scarecrow, if I can find where he is. Okay, let me just do this. All right. Oh. See, I told you this little paper would come in handy. Hold on. I led a retreat a year and a half ago, and we were doing these houses, and these women had done beautiful colors, and they had this paper, and they were they were painting on them, and then all of a sudden they started to wad them up and throw them away, and I'm like, no. I'm like, we don't do that. You can always use that for something else. Okay, there's my little guy. Let me get him distressed around. I think I'm going to do a little bit on his sleeve there. But you know what? I think that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave him. So we're going to put him right there. And then what I want to do is I want to take my little glue, and I'm going to do this. I got to get this down first. All right. And the reason this goes with this is because it's all the same color, the color scheme. All right, I'm going to glue him just to about right there so that I have him down. Scoot him over some. Kind of press that down. Then I'm going to lift this up. Hold on, let me do this so make sure you can see it. It's still not just really zoomed in here. Okay, let me see. There we go. So I'm going to do this right here. And then I'm going to take this paper that I cut out and just stick it down. I'm going to have to do it down some more. Why did I get up so high? There we go. Oh, that's cute. Oh, there we go. All right. My fingers. Hold on. My finger is sticky. Thank you all so much for the hearts. I just appreciate everybody being here tonight and sharing this Friday night with me. It has been a long week, and I don't know how it's been for y'all. I know I've got some followers that are going through some struggles, and you know, life is hard. So it's fun to be able to come together and create and share with one another and just have fun. You know, I think life is too hard, or we try to make it too hard. So I'm going to add some more, but you can definitely see what I'm trying to do to get it right there. And I think I might go ahead and add a little bit underneath here, under his hands. I'll just pull that up a little bit. And then I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to do, I may need to make this smaller. I'm going to do kind of this pumpkin here. I'm going to do, let's see, I think I'm going to do these right here. So if you haven't already downloaded this, just go to my website, caroladamscreations.com, and go to the free downloads, and then just click on that link. It'll take you to a cart, and you have to do all that stuff. But that's just a way for me to kind of expand my email list, and I don't send a lot of emails out. I send maybe once or twice a week. I always try to do something free, and I enjoy Bible journaling. I do that on Wednesdays. Oh, see, I think I'm going to have to do that. That looks so cute. Okay, then where's my scarecrow? I don't even know. This is kind of big, but we shall see. Okay. And then I'm just going to do my little sunflower girl, and we're going to call it a night. See, I can just maybe do this, maybe up underneath this hat. There we go. I'll do some more there, and I may add some to make this just a little bit brighter. I know I want this to be brown. I'm just going to use this marker and see if I can't make that a little browner. Okay, and then I'm going to add more of the straw, and I'll do that. But you got the idea of what I was doing, hopefully. And just like I said, it's just a great way to give it dimension. And then I'll put that there. And then I'll have straw up underneath his little coat there. And then I have my apples, my fall apples. I have my fox that I got to figure out what I want to say on it. So we've done these three. I got to finish this one. And then now I'm going to do the sunflower one. And let's see. These precision glue things are it's the hardest part is getting that little pin back in it. Something like that might be pretty. I don't know how much that will show. I put that lace there and those little things there just to kind of add a little bit of something else. And then I'm going to put her right here. What are one of the ones? I don't want a hayride. Cozy, Pumpkin Patch, Harvest Family. I don't think any of those work. So I also left you one blank that you can write whatever you want to. Hi, Nancy. I'm sorry. If I haven't kept up with everybody. I just got so into all of this. Oh, yeah, I like that. So I may just do a word right there. And I think that's good. So let me get all this distressed and done. And then we're gonna be done. I think I got two of them. We're gonna be done for the night. Yes, I do. I hope you all take some time this weekend and get creative. All right. Get just a little bit more here. I think I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna put this here. Put that one right there. And then I'm gonna put this one all the way across. There we go. Okay, glue stick. Oh, I didn't distress it, but that's okay. Let's put this like this. I'll trim that off. Am I off camera? I probably am because I think I have the other camera. I will be sure and reply to all your comments when I am done. I'm going to glue this here. And I'm just going to take my little glue. Okay. I am going to do this there. And that little green is just kind of peeking through. I need to distress her. I think my ink's out. I think I need to re-ink it. Okay. She's going to go just right like that. I am going to, oh, I was going to do that little stamp. Completely forgot. Y'all let me forget about the stamp. Because I just think that's so pretty. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one down. I'm going to glue that right there. And then I have the tiniest pop-up dots in the world. They are so bad. I'm like, why? You know, you buy them online, you don't really realize how big or small they are. And it was like, oh my gosh, these are small. But I want her to just kind of pop up off the page. And then I think I may find a little word strip for her as well. Or create one. I got one on my finger. And then I'm just going to get this off. And we're going to glue her down. And I have, I can't count. I have 18. So I have 14 more cards that I can do. Thank you. I'm going to have to get a bigger screen because I can't see from here. I always say the wrong name. So I'll just do this here. And that way she kind of sticks up like that. That's really pretty. Love this one. Love that one. So we have this one. Let's go. Here they are. We have this one. We have apples. We have the Scarecrow that I got to finish. And then we have this little cute little fox that I got to figure out what saying I'm going to put on there. So that is it. Mostly, I just wanted to show you how to do a quick and easy one sheet wonder. This was from a 12 by 16 piece of watercolor paper. You could also use cardstock. And then just start smearing on some paint, do you some stenciling, stamping, because I didn't even get to stamping. I just thought they were too pretty by themselves. And I still have all of these cards that I can create and just have a good time. So I'll probably be working on these all weekend long. And thank you all so much for joining. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be glad to answer anything. And I was thinking of something else. You too, Luann. Have a wonderful weekend. So I will be back next Friday. And you are so kind, Isabel. Thank you so much. I'm so glad y'all enjoyed it. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I will see you